I just finished giving the two ladies here a little bath. Got them washed up and ready to go for this weekend in a couple days. Saturday, June 22nd, Midwest Firewood Frenzy. These two machines I will have up there on display as kind of like a little comparison of the evolution of the Wolf Ridge 28C. My old model here is from 2018, I believe. And then that is the current 2024 model. So if you are coming out to the Midwest Firewood Frenzy this weekend, you will be able to see these in person, but I just wanted to give a little sneak peek here for those of you who may or may not be able to attend the Midwest Firewood Frenzy. So I have something that was dropped off in the Woodyard that I have been searching for a long while now. It's something that many of you, some of you have told me I needed. One in particular, John over at Frickin' Jeep, he has been telling me I needed one of these for a long time. It is a tractor attachment, but it is not a grapple. And I've been looking for one of these for a long while, whether it be through a supplier of tractor attachments or like through online auctions. I never have been able to find one that, well, I had a couple that I wanted, but I got outbid on the auctions, and the other ones were just too big. So this one I think is the perfect size, and I think it's going to work great for helping me move more stuff around in the Woodyard. And just what tractor attachment do I have? Well, it is going to replace that thing right there. While that is nice, I have a feeling what's over here on this pallet is going to be a whole lot better. It's bigger, and yes indeed, I do believe it will be better. This is a utility bucket from Top Dog Attachments. They are located in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. This thing right there is all American made, and it's looking very nice, even though it's all wrapped up. So let me get this thing unwrapped and let's take a closer look at the Top Dog Attachments utility bucket. Cut these things off. Oh, there we go. So there it is, the 72-inch utility bucket made by, once again, Top Dog Attachments. Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. And this thing is looking very nice. Just look at how big this is. This is huge. This is really going to have a big impact on how much both like loose pieces of wood coming off the splitter and just like picking up all of these rounds and things, moving stuff around the Woodyard here, I think just got a whole lot easier. So here is just a little comparison of the old bucket and then the new bucket. And it is, I gotta back up here just to get this in frame of how big and just how much more this utility bucket looks like it is gonna hold. I mean, I know that those buckets that come standard with tractors, they're not, you know, the biggest. That one is a 66-inch, but compared to this 72-inch utility bucket, I mean, that thing just looks tiny. So let's see what it looks like on the Coyote. I tell you what, that makes that Coyote look a lot more impressive. That is looking nice. And again, it's just, it's huge. And I went with the 72-inch. In talking with Darren up at Top Dog Attachments, They've got different sizes of this, and they have all the information on their website. I'll have a link to their website, or if you have any questions, you can call them right there at that number. But yeah, in talking with Darren at Top Dog Attachments, the one thing, you know, that is always a concern when you are adding, you know, a large bucket like this to the front of your tractor is, will the tractor be able to pick up everything you put inside there? And the lift capacity of the Coyote CK2610 is around 1,800 pounds, I believe. And so they said, I think the 72-inch would work best, because that way, with the weight of the bucket, and then if you do load it up, it still should be able to pick up, you know, if I load that thing up with rounds or splits off the splitter, I still shouldn't have a problem lifting it and moving stuff around. And like I mentioned, this thing is just built heavy duty. And right there is one of the other main components that I know is important to a lot of people. It's important to me, and it's one of the reasons why when I was looking for tractor attachments, there is another place out there that supplies them, but I've heard things just about the quality of the steel and the fact that they're manufactured in another country. So like I mentioned, one of the main things I've been looking for a utility bucket like this for a long while is just for moving materials around the woodyard. Whether it be rounds that I haul over to the splitters, whether it be split pieces of wood coming off the end of the splitter, and even just, you know, filling up the roadside stand. I mean, my old bucket, in order for me to fill up 2 bins of the roadside stand, I would need to stack the wood in the bucket before I took it up there. This, I have a feeling, is going to allow me to just toss the wood in loosely, and I probably will be able to get more in here than what was stacked in the old bucket. But I don't know, we'll find out. That's one of the things that I'm going to be doing in an upcoming video. I don't have time today, unfortunately, to actually start putting this to use. I've got a whole list of things I got to do to get ready for this weekend, but I wanted to unwrap this, unbox it, and give a huge shout out and a big thanks to Darren at Top Dog Attachments. Yeah, this thing is looking like it is. It just made the Coyote the top dog of the woodyard. And it's going to be great seeing, you know, just what kind of a impact this has on my productivity and just being able to move more stuff around, make bigger dumps. So I will have information to Top Dog Attachments in the description. You can go over there, check out. They have all different kinds of attachments for both tractors and skid steers. So if you are looking for an attachment for your tractor or your skid steer, something like this, a utility bucket, and you've kind of been searching around but you haven't really been impressed with what you've been seeing out there, check out Top Dog Attachments. I think their name matches their products. They are the top dogs. And like I said, now the Coyote is definitely the top dog here in the woodyard for moving wood around. So I think that's going to do it. Like I mentioned, I've got to run. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I will be featuring this coming up. I want to do some comparisons of like how much wood loosely fits in my old bucket compared to the new bucket. Give you guys some more examples of how this might be useful around your woodyard, and just see, like I said, just how much stuff I can actually move around. And if I load this up with as many rounds as I can fit on there, the other big question is going to be, can I still lift with the Coyote? Another question would be, you know, if I load this up with split pieces of wood, can I lift this up high enough to dump it on the pile? So again, a huge shout out and a big thanks to Darren and Top Dog Attachments. If you have any needs, check them out. Info's down in the description. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.